Welcome back, everyone, to yet another episode of the Distil-Nation NZ podcast. My name is Tom. I'm joined again by Cameron. And as you would have seen in the last one, we've also got Julien as well. I don't know which order these are coming out in, actually. But we're recording this on the same day as our previous number 8 episode. And we're still in the Juniper Collective. The store is open. And so if you hear any background noise, it's from that. And this is really cool because today you brought in some neat stuff for us.
Yep.
Because we've gone through your gins, we've gone through the absinthe and all the other stuff. But you've brought something new.
And see, this is funny in the last episode because most people, you think number 8, you think gin, and you came straight out and said, actually, I don't love gin. Gin's not the love of my life. It's rum. So tell us, where did this love start?
Okay. It's because of French culture. We producing and drinking a lot of whiskey, rum, and vodka. Gin is a British trend and still niche product in France. Rum because we're making a lot of agricole rum. So agricole is come from sugarcane juice, not from molasses. So agricole is like a cachaça. So it's two different rum in the world. That is for the historic part. You have from molasses and from sugarcane juice. 90% of the agricole rum is made in Brazil, and that is cachaça, is the name. And the leftover are French or kind of island make this type of agricole rum. So you have the sugar, you have the cane sugar grow on the island, straight chop and crush on site, because when you chop and crush, the fermentation start on almost 24 hours. So it's quick. You don't have the time to ship that over far away. And because you need to have a tropical climate, so you have a natural fermentation start because it's always 30 to 35 degrees on the island. And because we have a lot of French island on the tropical part in the world, we're making a lot of rum, and rum is part of the cultural things in France. So yes, drinking rum since my can I say this age? Yes, we're drinking wine and spirit. We discover and enjoy to be educated by my parents and family. And that is true. We are educated by drinking wine and spirit nicely young. So maybe start my first drink a little bit of wine at my 14 years old and start really to discover spirit at my 16, something like that. But always in a family area.
Yeah.
It's not just a question to be safe, but it's more to be educated properly, and more to respect the product.
Respect it, yeah.
Yeah, it's more that. Yeah. It's not binge drinking. Yes, I did binge drinking weekend as a student, of course, but when you are always in a family, is good wine, very good wine, or very good spirit, can be moonshine at some point, but at some point you always try to understand how that was made and how to respect the product, because it can be $5 a bottle or can be $100. Yeah. It's very different.
But just not making it a taboo, not something that's kind of hidden off, let's not talk about it, and
as it's
where
very
some
common.
of the unhealthy habits originate from.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so you've got
rum,
these historic ties, these cultural ties.
Yes, and we're making rum and a family, so is what I said in the past episode, in Normandy for us. Random white rum aged on the Calvados cask, tiny one. So give an apple sometimes. It can be fun, but it's a French oak cask, whatever.
Of course,
You can on the website about you can have a photo of my grandma cleaning one of the 500-liter cask. The trap are maybe 1 meter by 1 meter. She was the only one skinny enough to go inside to scrub the cask by hand between each cider batch. Was quite. So you have a photo like that on the website. It's quite fun. and you have also my family on the old press and still on the website. So making rum because of my family and drinking rum and enjoy rum because of that, and start to make my own rum and pineapple rum. I'm a pineapple rum lover since my 15 years old because of So the recipe that you can that is my grandma.
That's so cool. Yeah, look at that.
So she's inside the cask.
Inside the
Yeah,
barrels.
yeah.
That is so cool. Wow.
Yeah.
So why then, if you've got this great love and affinity for it, why did you not start making rum? Why did you start making gin, and why has it taken you so long to start producing rum?
Because as any age spirit, take time to have. I think a lot of distillery in New Zealand, as any new distillery around the world, start with a quick and easy product. So gin, vodka, liqueur are ready to go on 1 month or 2 maximum, which gives a cash flow to start your own passion if you are not rich like me or millionaire. Looking at the investors, guys. But so because I'm not a billionaire yet, and 5 years ago too, you need to cask is a massive investment. It's not just a raw product, because making rum is quite cheap. You can just have a white sugar, yeast, nutriment, and you can make your own rum.
Rum doesn't have to be an aged product.
No, you can drink white.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
I'm not a fan of white rum from molasses raw ingredient.
Yeah.
I grew up with a sugarcane one, with an agricole rum, which it can be rough too, but is more fruity and less heavy at some point, and was my kind of things. And because at the beginning I'm looking after to making with sugarcane juice, maybe pasteurized from somewhere, but it was a nightmare and too expensive to import. I remember to have a conversation with Rob do the Mac Jagger rum. He started to grow tiny sugarcane plant maybe in the backyard somewhere in Auckland, and watch that on Instagram field and say, "Oh mate, oh wow, you doing that?" He said, "No, I just have couple. No, no." So anyway,
I think you could grow sugarcane in the far north, but good luck trying to grow some on the Otago Peninsula.
No, it's right.
Not going to happen.
So my first challenge was to change the recipe and try to work with local product, which is not a lot of molasses option in New Zealand.
No.
Yes, we have Chelsea, and it's most of them come from Australia.
Yeah, we've talked about this. Even them, they as a local company, they're still not using locally made sugar.
Yeah. So, and because the raw ingredient like the whiskey, so molasses, yeast, gives a taste of the rum. I don't want to have something similar to the other one. So the idea since the beginning was to source new raw product to give a brand new rum. Yes, because the still shape will change, can change part of the things. The water, yes, and the cask, of course. But everyone's still using, or part of us still using the same molasses, which can give the same kind of note finish at some point. So really want to source something very different and take time on that case to source. I source the molasses from South America.
Okay. Oh, right.
Shortcut the things.
Yeah.
Take time.
Yeah.
And no, guys, I will never tell you where. Because if some other distillers start to watch that.
Yeah.
No, you're dreaming, guys.
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah,
that's
given
different.
that just about everybody else is also looking to Australia.
Yeah.
Australia is a whole lot closer than South America.
Yeah.
A common thread over our conversations has been, I'm not going to take the easy path, and I'm not going to.
Yeah, of course, it's too fun. It's too easy. No, I was lucky. After 5 years, what I said not quite often, my past life background and job feel like everything happened for me to be a distiller or to run this type of business as a chef, as a graphic designer, as traveling around the world. I have contact traveling and do a lot of tasting and tours in distillery in South America, and keep contact with person, have this type of connection at the end, feel like, damn, yes, at the end, everything was connected. So it's just, because I travel over a year in South America, keep contact with people, have maybe this type of connection, and after you just can knock the door of the distillery and ask where you source your molasses and jump down too. But you still need to bring the, we are not talking about 20 liters molasses, coming by 1,000 liters IBCs, so it's quite a lot. Anyway, so yes, source that from far away, but still looking for sugarcane juice from Australia.
Okay.
That I will want to make an agricultural rum proper one day in New Zealand. One day.
You'll get there.
Work in progress. Work in progress on that case. So yes, rum is part of my DNA since a while, and really want to really something unique and different. So it's why I'm waiting 3 years first, because I don't want to give some white rum. Feeling that the trend in New Zealand is not for white rum yet.
Probably not.
It's like the vodka, cheap vodka or cheap rum people here are maybe not still educated, or I don't know, it's something that is ready to drink, so you mix with something, you maybe not enjoy.
Yeah.
It's quite a different type of
I think there's
product,
still a lot, and myself included, there's a lot of rum education that needs to happen in New Zealand to, I think we're getting there, quite up there with whiskey. Gin, again, you start talking to people, and even basic drinkers have got a level of understanding about how gin is made and where you get flavours from. But in terms of, as we've discussed, rum is still quite a Wild West kind of product. There are lots of different variations, and I'm speaking for myself here, need to know a whole lot more about it, and that just hasn't reached the average consumer.
I've noticed since taking over the shop, even since our last chat with
Igor,
we've had the rums on the shelf here in the shop, and it's just not like, it doesn't move at all near as quickly as like the gins, especially the whiskeys, especially. But like the rums just seem to sit there, and everyone comes in, they're like, oh, we love rum, and everyone loves this and that, and then they look at them and they sort of look at the prices, and then they go, this is a bit more than my Captain Morgan,
It will be the problem at some point to the price point on the bottle store will be.
But it's not that; it's the education of it too. This is obviously going to be much nice. What most of them are, and I've tried, I think most of them on the shelf, is they're much nicer than your $30 bottle.
And
of rum.
to be honest, I will not be able to compete with Bacardi or any Havana Club on a white rum part, because the price will never match what somebody expects to pay $35 or $40 a bottle for 1 liter.
You would need to expand your Bond Street significantly to get that kind of volume.
Exactly. And so wasn't the point is why I don't want to make white rum, because I will never match the price expected by the bottle store. So I keep my raw products, my white rum aged, and start to sell those one at 3 years old. So it's what we have here, a 3 years old one. And with that one, play as we like to do in France by macerate and infuse fruit and spice on it. So it's where come from the pineapple rum in that case.
Right. So that was a great transition.
It would have been about
you're welcome.
3 years ago or so, and I had come to see you at the farmer's market to buy a bottle of the Horopito gin, and you'd sold out. Yeah. And I said I wasn't interested in buying anything else. And you said, all right, well, I'm going to be back at the distillery at this time, so if you come back, you can buy a bottle of gin from the distillery then. I said, okay. Went around, did something else, came there, and my wife was waiting in the car, and I said, I know exactly what I want. I'm just going in, grab the Horopito gin, come on out. And I walk on in, and you say, hi, look, I've got some of this pineapple rum, and it was literally like it had the pineapple in something. Like, oh, well, you've got to try some of this, seeing as you're here. And I'm like, well, if I'm here, I guess I've got
Poor
to.
Ashley sitting in the car,
If you offer me,
probably crying kids and cursing your name, while you're drinking,
yes, I'm very, very grateful. So yes, tell us how this is made, and yeah, I'll start pouring this out.
So the base is a 3 years old rum. So the base rum is here, aged in French oak. Trick, we use ex-cognac Armagnac cask on to change everything, keep a French part note.
Because you're buying pineapple, toasting the pineapple, and putting that inside of the.
Okay, so that is part of the recipe. Not question to secret. So we use fresh pineapple. If you want, you can grab the bottle on the carton, on the box. I can show to everyone like that. It's one with a fruit inside. Yeah. So basically, we're doing that in France. You have on a way bigger scale. I have a lot of 20 liter jerry can glass demijohn, and you put white rum or golden rum on it. Fresh pineapple can be cooked, can be toasted, can be do what you want. Doesn't matter really with the fruit. With vanilla pods and cinnamon for that one. Just macerate for 3 months. And you sieve, you make a filtration, and neat on ice. Let's go, pretty easy.
I mean, it's amazing.
So it's got a liqueur.
Yeah.
It's natural sweetness. We at some point we need to add sugar because the pineapple are not ripe enough. Sometimes. Sometimes it's not. I will need to wait a month to have something quite ripe and very sweet. And something quite too sour, too young.
Christopher's embarrassed. Christopher's walking through. Sorry, everyone. Christopher's walking through.
Are you growing this pineapple in New Zealand?
Yeah, on my backyard in London. I can do a sugar cane, but I can do pineapple. I have a massive greenhouse look like.
Okay.
No, we need a lot of pineapple. No, so pineapple come from Philippines.
Okay.
Yeah. This is what I said to maybe you yesterday. It's a French rum made in New Zealand with Filipino pineapple. Yes. So the pineapple changed a lot of things. So Philippine pineapple, we give a different taste than the Fijian.
Okay.
And in France, we have the Victorian pineapple. It's the smallest one that side, but very intense and way more sweeter. Give a different type of pineapple rum.
Yeah.
On the end too.
Yeah.
This is quite fun with fruit. Depending where come from the fruit, you will have a different final product.
Oh god damn! You could drink that all day.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's
so
with moderation.
drink responsibly all day.
Yeah.
I love it that it's not artificially sweet, because so much of the pineapple flavored things generally out there, it's just got that real artificial, but that is.
And it's not like drinking pineapple juice. Like it's quite subtle actually, the pineapple flavor. But
the finish is a chocolatey kind of finish for me.
Yeah, I could kind of get that. Yeah.
Cookie dough, or maybe yesterday was what was I forgot yesterday, but.
No, but this,
as a Christmas treat.
Also, the bottle kind of looks like a pineapple. Like a little bit, right? If you put like the little stuff coming out, and the pineapple. Yeah.
What's the marketing decision here? Instead of having the big No.8, having this clanking.
I know. Okay. That one come from. Want to have a naked bottle?
You're not even wearing one. Come on.
Yeah. Well, you can if you like. I don't know if you know. It's a pirate rum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come on a wooden box, and you have a clinging small medal like that. I have that bottle set on my cabinet for ages, and like that rum. And when I start to figure what packaging I would like for the rum, and second problem, we don't have a lot of cash flow 5 years ago. That was one of the things. And want to go on something very simple, because the product just shine by himself. And thinking, okay, why are we not? I want to have a rope somewhere, colored one, and a medal that people can keep after maybe on your kissings, or you can keep that because we have can keep as a collection.
They're so cool,
As a
actually. They're really proper.
And made that one with a spectrum print based in Christchurch. Guys, thank you for that 5 years ago. And come with the ideas, and he said, well, will be tricky in New Zealand to make that, but I maybe have some contact in China. But that would cost a lot of money, Julien said. Look, how much? He come back with the price and said, maybe $5 per medal. I say, well, look, if we have just a medal and nothing else on the bottle, that can that can work. Why not? So yes, it's why I keep it. If you don't put anything else on the bottle, it's okay. No, yeah. So it's just because I just want to have a lovely medal, make something quite very different.
It is very rum. Yeah, it is very rum.
So it's what I explained with a conical bottle. You have something iconic on a shelf.
Yep.
And think it to do the same thing with the rum bottle. Feel, what is this naked bottle? And a lot of people at the beginning ask me, what is this naked bottle?
Yeah.
Why? And good question. Because the pineapple rum, nobody know what is a pineapple rum except the plantation pineapple rum.
Yes.
Yeah, which not popular, but I mean, everywhere, all the bottle stores. But always very different because he don't macerate the fruit. He use on the distillation process, I think. Yeah, it's a very different way to do. So yeah, a clinging medal on that case. And sorry to say that, but the packaging will change this year.
Oh.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Because we have the full range of rum coming. We will have a new. That's the last batch with this old.
So no more
medal.
clinging. Is this a collectible now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, maybe that will come back later for the 7, 10, 12 years old rum. Make something unique. But for it's just at some point the price. I need to.
Yeah.
We arrive on the time that the price can be lower, and purchase and pineapple rum are $90 or $100, between $90 to $100 on bottle stores is quite expensive. Because it's not age 12 years, etc. So it's quite tricky to now here. So want to go to change the packaging to go on it's not going to be cheaper. The bottle will be the same. It's just go make a distinctive three type of range. Some the ready to drink like a gin, because that is you have a 3 years old rum, yes, but after 3 months you can have a pineapple rum. French spice rum is the next one. Non-stop all the time. So make a first price range with those one and the 3 years old, and we will have at the end of the year the 5-year-old and lot of finished cask, like a single lot of finished cask with we have a rye ex-rye bourbon.
Oh.
That is quite sexy and spicy at some point.
Yeah.
We have Pinot de Charente, is a French wine. Give wine and sweet note, quite very different. Pinot de Charente. Yeah, it's quite hard to explain the Pinot de Charente, but
Is it a wine?
yeah, it's a wine cask. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a wine.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but very distinctive. Yeah, we have a Scotch whiskey. We have a Scotch barrel, Pinot Ramirez. We have a lot. Yeah, so we have quite a lot of finished cask range coming with the 5 years old next
awesome.
year.
Yeah.
Like a whiskey. So want to make like the whiskey. You have a single cask whiskey and you have a lot of different cask coming.
This is quite exciting for
Yeah.
you, eh?
So
Yeah.
clearly this is going to be the precursor to the next No.8 Rum episode where he's now got this whole...
Yeah.
A lot of big table of
Bring it around, man. Let's do it. Yeah.
I'm excited. So this is the 3-year-old.
So this is what goes into making the pineapple. Okay.
So this without the pineapple.
Yes.
Should we have had this first over the... Or doesn't it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
As he clanks and looks
As
and
I
doesn't
clank
pour
and
me.
look and it's... No, well, clearly that the pineapple one is... It's a pineapple colour. It's a much darker, richer yellow. This is more of a pale
This is more of a whiskey
straw kind
colour.
of-
Yeah.
It's a bit
Scotch colour.
easy sometimes.
Yeah.
Sadly.
This comes with fruit though, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 3-year-old. So you're not selling this yet?
Coming. I mean, we are late on the packaging, so it's ready,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Soon.
soon. So yeah, since because before the distillery project on the past 5 years was, yes, we have the gin, we have the liqueur, so we make a name with that. But since the beginning, I realized the pineapple quarterly, maybe 50 to 100 bottles quarterly, just because my 2 fermentation tank is 125 liters, so I have 250 liters fermentation tank since 5 years, which is not a lot.
No, it's not, yeah.
So instead to give everything all the time, I just keep and collect all my rum on the IBCs and age it since the past 5 years. Build up a good solid stock, and now able to release and keep that on the shelf all the time, because at the new distillery we have the new still, the 400 liters still, and we have a 2000 liters fermentation tank to do the rum every day.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, it's why. So we are on a step that we are able to produce the rum every day, every week, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, is why it's fun.
So that's like a full-size barrel fermentation, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. This is different to most rums already. Like light,
Yes.
super light.
Very.
Because most rums, they hit you with that big metallic and like
Yeah, heavy.
heavy note. But this is
Yeah. So
light
this is why.
and
Yeah, the
bright.
idea was
Yeah.
that to. Yeah. So
I wouldn't have picked this as a rum. If I'm totally honest,
Oh, yeah?
I wouldn't have picked it.
Poured blind? Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Because it's not hitting you with I mean there's no big molasses note,
Oh,
but
yes,
it's
okay.
equally it's not overly sweet.
No. I don't even. Yeah, it's
Quite
there's
light,
a fruitiness.
fresh.
Yeah, there's a fruitiness to it.
You're doing too much absinthe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, totally.
kidding.
Yeah, come
I'm
on.
kidding.
Yeah, this is perplexing.
I'm picking up some. It's far less bold than the pineapple rum that we just had, and I think actually we probably should have
that first one. I know.
yeah.
I know.
gone
Yeah.
to here. But at the same time, I am picking up some similar kinds of qualities that have, and for me, it's that finish. The finish, it's far more subtle on this one, but it's pulling through the same characteristics.
There's the
for
French
me.
oak on the flavor.
Yeah.
It's definitely there.
Yeah.
But then, as it keeps going through it, then you sort of hit that gentle molasses rum flavor as it gets through that. It's really nice. Like it's light, you know. Like
Yes.
that's what I like about it. Because most of the rums, you hit it, and that's my problem with rum sometimes. Is
Yeah.
you hit it and it's big and bold, burnt tire, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, metallic-y and too much, and it's like ugh.
So is because when you're looking for the rum history, so you have 3 big trend and country making rum on the past century. So you have English with the AV, British kind of spice rum, quite heavy in molasses too at some point, not light at all. You have the Spanish one with Caribs, etc. We more gentle, more fruity, light on that type, and the French with the agricole type rum. And those 3 are really distinctive. New Zealand, of course, as a past British colony, has a historical background with the UK,
Yeah.
and is why some bourbon and whiskey finish are quite well received here, because it's part of the DNA of the in a country. Also need to understood that each country rum using cask from a different type of industry. So US producing a lot of bourbon and whiskey, UK producing a lot of Scotch whiskey too, which is a single cask. What do we do with the cask after? So is why he send that to the old colony to fill up with something else and age. So we just reusing the cask.
Yeah.
On the rum industry, and the bourbon is the first one, because bourbon's got a lot of bourbon cask, and New Zealand too at some point always is the main cask to use. French, we use a lot of whiskey, yes, but it's Armagnac and Cognac, which give something different. Spanish is gonna mix things at some point.
Yeah.
It's very different, and lot of bourbon are used too in Caribs. So
It's
Yeah.
really good.
so the
But
idea
it's-
was really to have something light.
Yeah, light
Yeah.
and different, and I don't know how to explain it though. I don't. Yeah, this is like it's been a day of different flavors that I don't know how to explain.
Most
Exotic
definitely.
note, yeah, you have coconut, you have some
Yeah,
exotic, not pineapple, but you have exotic fruit coming. Marzipan maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
say a bit of almond, bit of nuttiness
Yeah,
on there that I
on
wondered.
that, yeah.
Is that part of the Armagnac?
Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah. I mean, it's always hard to talk about,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
because each palate is different too at some point, you know?
Yeah.
So when I'm talking with Michael, do the whiskey, you know, I'm with the whiskey. For him, the cookie dough, chocolate cookie dough, come first. They say, oh yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And some Christmas cake. Each person is different on that
Yeah.
feeling palate things. It's the same common note, yes, of course. And the cask finish will help a lot on that one at some point.
I think it's great as is. I mean, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But it would also be a very. Whereas you get the pineapple rum, and meat for that you get large ice cube, healthy pour
Yeah.
of that.
Oh yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is very much one that you would kind of need a Glencairn. I would worry at that ABV with a large ice cube whether some of those subtleties might get
Is that 40%?
lost.
40. Yeah. I would like to try it cast strength one day. Yeah.
We have the 5 years old.
Ooh, bring it on. Yeah. All right, let's give this a go.
So yeah.
So-
So if you like, okay, my kind of from are Spanish Caribs, but like Diplomatico, Flor de Cana, Matusalem,
Yep.
which is not heavy bourbon finish, not heavy molasses. Light, like that one. I really want to go on this type of rum, and it's why taking me time to source that, because there's no suppliers and nobody making that in New Zealand. So it's making me time hard job to do.
That's good though, and this is different right off the
This
bat. It's dialed up.
it's far dialed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
so
50%, but I'm not getting any of that prickle. I'm
Yep.
getting nothing that's telling me, watch out, this is a bit stronger.
so that is from the cask yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 50. Oh, yeah. Kind of. So yeah.
But still a bit more of that. I'm so glad you said marzipan, because yes, that is it. That is exactly what I'm getting on the nose.
That is like light fruit, but like creamy. It's hard to describe, yeah. But man, that's dialed up. It's good, yeah.
It's
You have some
I mean,
Oh,
same
yeah,
world.
Yeah.
Same world from the. I mean, it's a step up in terms of age, but it's also
Yes.
a step up in terms of ABV.
Yeah.
But you can absolutely tell the two are related.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
But
yeah.
this is just
taking the dial and turning it up. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. On the flavors, and on the taste, like I don't know what it is, but it's more substantial. Is what I would give it right away. I don't
mean,
know if
there's
it's
more
ABV.
body.
I want to try that one at 50% so I could like describe it. You know? That's the thing now. Are you going to release that one at 50 or 40?
No, will be. I will figure that in how much left on the cask.
46,
Maybe 40. I don't know.
45.
There's always a big gambling. It's big. What is the best?
With this sort of stuff, you know, like that's the thing. Like with me, I like to chase it a little bit higher. It doesn't need to be 50, right? But
No,
like
sure.
46, like that kind of range, 46, 47, that sort of.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
That sort of hits a really nice note with whiskey drinkers. I know, just because you get the taste more of like the oils, you know, and then once you add your little bit of water,
Yep.
then you get the taste of it. What's like 40%? You know, you can explore it a bit more. So once you're into this sort of like cask sort of stuff, that's where I come in. I like that.
this is
ABV.
not crying out for water at all.
No, it's not. No, not at all. I would drink this as is at 50.
Yep.
But yeah, bit of marzipan. I'm not sure I know enough I don't come from a family where we just ate cookie dough. That may be more of a
I would get the
Canadian
cookie
thing.
dough. Yeah, I've had cookie dough. Yeah.
I can't speak to that. But yeah, there is not straight up milk chocolate, but there is
caramel,
more of a cacao kind of finish, rounding that out.
Yeah.
Which is that, and that finish has pulled through for all three.
Yep.
That's that commonality in that. Yeah.
So and the idea with the 5-year-old, which is not 5 years right today, we at the end
Almost there.
almost there, is where we'll do the finished cask will be on that one for all of them.
Okay.
So will be an extra 3 to 6 months extra finished cask
in your series of casks.
Yeah. So make a proper series collection,
That's cool.
which we can be the rye bourbon, will be other type of cask. I keep some things under keep secrets for.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
because I don't source the cask from the same suppliers too.
Yeah. It'd be hard.
He's got to keep some secrets. He's
Yeah.
got to keep.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
I know who watching this podcast. Yes.
So, will they all be in these kinds of bottles, or will there be the opportunity if somebody did want to have the entire series so that they can compare and contrast and be that kind of nerd? Are they going to be
Yeah. So, bottle shape will be the same for all of them.
Okay.
The packaging will be very different for the 5 years and plus coming that not exist on the market too. Will be not a box. I will just say that. It's not a box.
Right.
Something different, classy, and will be very sexy too at some point. I love that one.
Excited. Yeah.
So make something unique.
Yeah.
Very unique. And collection-wise, yes, we will go on the 250 ml as we do for the gin, etc. on a package, and we have the 50 ml pack collection too for people who want to discover all the series or
We'll
you can do a pick
we'll
and
sit
match.
down and nerd out about that. That'll be great.
That's the kind of thing that we would like to do. But it's also, which one? If I can have the opportunity to try before I buy, and there's a risk-free way of
course.
I'm going to try the little one and it's for the people who come along to my events and tell me, I didn't really like this one. And I'm like, great, you now know not to buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's true. After what is interesting with the rum or whiskey, maybe more so rum. Sorry, not whiskey. Is maybe on the same package because everything comes from the same base rum, but aged on a different such of time. You can figure and see the evolution too, which you have the 3 years just before. Now you're on the 5 years. How you can tweak with fruit, why not? But you will have also the 7 years and the 12 coming after, which you can understood the full story of No.8 rum just on a set of 4, which is great because a lot of fun on the palate.
This is exciting. This is really exciting for you. Yeah. It's going to be really awesome to see how these all turn out.
So clearly we are going to have to get Julien back on.
Road trip.
Right.
Yes. I mean, we were already talking about the great Distil-Nation road trip. That'll have to be something.
Yeah.
But if you do go to the No.8 Distillery, looking at your shelf is quite intimidating because you've got the big range of gin, the ouzo, the absinthe, the liqueurs, everything else, and now this whole range of rum. What's next?
After rum?
Is there going to be something
another
after
frontier?
rum, or is there?
I know you love whiskey, guys. Come on. You know whiskey will coming on the shelf at some point.
Also, I mean, look,
Attaboy.
you are in Dunedin with the heart of the tartan mafia. Like,
I know.
yes, at some point they'll be looking at you and knocking on your doors and saying, "Hey, you're a distillery in Dunedin. Why aren't you making a whiskey?"
Yeah, why not? No. So yes, whiskey will come at some point, I think, yes.
Yeah.
Have
Have you made any yet?
No.
No. Okay.
That's what I said. I'm be honest, I'm a rum drinker, so I'm well educated on rum.
That's great. Yeah.
And I know what I want because I make rum since my 15 years old, and
I appreciate that though, because
You know?
you know this. This is your expertise. You know,
Whiskey, I just start since a year or two to try and enjoy. I wasn't a whiskey drinker in the past, and start like the gin 8 years ago. Start to enjoy and discover. So I know I don't like a peaty whiskey, for example, which I will never go to make this type of whiskey.
Yeah.
I know that, because same at some point you need to not enjoy to drink what you produce, but you need to a minimum keep. You need to drink.
Yeah.
And you need
yeah.
to. So. And just because I'm talking with a whiskey maker in New Zealand, love the passion, but also same expertise with me with the rum, interests me about how you're producing the difference of the different grain. I mean, you're doing that all the time here, so it's why it's quite fun. So yes, start to be involved a little bit every day on those ones. So it's why that will not rum first. And whiskey will coming
Long-term
anyway.
plan.
You know,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That is not. It's not a race.
This is already really exciting. The fact that you're
Yeah.
looking forward to like 7 and 12-year-old rums is pretty exciting. Yeah.
That's definitely something. So when roughly can people look to see more of the these cask finish releases that you're talking about?
See, if I'm not late as I am currently, because technically the 3 years old and all the French spice rum 3 years old and should be released for that Christmas. I'm late on that case because of the packaging.
That's all right.
So we plan to have that on the first quarter.
Okay.
Or close to that at the end of the first quarter. The 5 years is by October, November, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Fantastic.
2025 will be a number 8.
It's going to be your year. Yeah.
Your year.
Damn, I want
year of rum.
everything everywhere this year now.
We expect you up here doing tastings.
I mean, yes, of course. Yeah. No, is what is very excited because yes, gin now the recipe is established. We are on the top of the waves and we're on the plateau about the gin trend now in New Zealand.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we have the good base client and of course people love the product, but it's good to figure what is the next 5 years for number 8. And the rum was the thing. So it's always step. I mean, a lot of distillery are like me for the whiskey or for the rum too at some point. So it's not a question to do everything, is try to... I was lucky to have the recipe from my family to be able to do good product straight 5 years ago, tweak it with New Zealand product, like the limoncello. If you drink a limoncello in France or Italy, it will be different because the lemon are different, of course. Edelflower is the same. We don't have it's the same plant, but Saint-Germain... I'm doing roughly the same recipe that Saint-Germain, which is a French brand for the edelflower. Tastes really different because of the flower are different in Europe. So lucky to have that background recipe, tweak it here. So like that I can now be focused on the rum, which take me a lot of time to Kiev.
And I think that's a good, because we've talked on here about when they started making whiskey in New Zealand. The very first, so we're talking back in the 1800s, they weren't trying to make a New Zealand whiskey, they were trying to replicate Scotch in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And like, hang on, this peat doesn't taste like Scotch peat. So yeah, I think it's okay to be using old world recipes with new world ingredients and saying like, it's okay that it doesn't taste exactly the same. But I'm putting this Kiwi twist on it, on everything that you're doing. I think, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Old world recipes, new world ingredients, and just embracing that. This is the Kiwi element that we're putting in on here, and that's great.
Yep, absolutely. Well
It'll
done.
be fun. Yeah. I mean, it's just the beginning, so I will let you know at the end of 2025.
Good. Well, I'll be looking forward to it.
So yeah, I mean,
from now.
Yeah. All right, we'll wrap this up. But if you want to look up this stuff, check out No.8 Distillery.com and No.8 Distillery.com. .com. Yeah, I got that right. If you want to ask us any more questions or you want to look at any topics, Distil-Nation@gmail.com or at Distil-Nation on all socials. We'd love to hear from you. And this has been fun.
So fun. Here's to 2025, the year of rum.
The year of number 8 rum,
amazing, will be great.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.